Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning all presenters and participants. My name is Muhammad Aziz. In this occasion, I would like to present about my research. The title is Teachers' Experience in Implementing Formative Assessment of Writing Instruction. Voices from EFL teachers in an Indonesian middle school. The first one is about issue. The issue of this research is little empirical evidence and information how Indonesian EFL teachers conducted formative assessment in EFL writing instruction. In middle school context, formative assessment, especially for writing instruction, is limited. Because of this reason, the study was conducted to reveal information more detail in implementation formative assessment of writing in middle school context. And then the focus. The study observed further information about EFL teachers in conducting formative assessment, whether the teachers can implement formative assessment or not. And then the last is context. This research context is 2 EFL teachers in an Indonesian middle school. The next is previous studies. The first previous study by Berner 2015, who investigated formative assessment of writing in English as a foreign language. The context of this research was EFL writing classes in Norway. The study found that teachers gave feedback such as oral feedback on written text and text revision, but students have a hard time to follow up feedbacks given by the teacher. The second previous study by Guo and Su 2021 explore formative assessment used in university EFL writing in China. The study revealed limited conceptions of assessment by lecturers to enact formative assessment strategies in EFL writing instruction. The research also elicited information that lecturers were seldom to conduct student self and peer assessment, which those are parts of formative assessment. The next is research gap. This research explores how EFL teachers experience conducted formative assessment of writing instruction in an Indonesian middle school. The next is research questions. There are two research questions. Those are: the first, how did EFL teachers in implementing formative assessment of writing instruction? And the second, what were the challenges in implementing formative assessment of writing instructions? The next is research methodology. The first, research design. This research used narrative inquiry because this research reveals 2 EFL teachers' experience conducted formative assessment of writing instruction, such as the process in teaching learning activities and how 2 EFL teachers integrate formative assessment in writing instruction. And then the second, this research used data collection by interview and then teachers' reflective journals. And the last, data analysis. This research used thematic analysis. The next is findings. The first finding is about EFL teachers in implementing formative assessment in an Indonesian middle schools. There are two findings about this theme. The first, students make sentence and teacher give feedback. And then the second, students make a descriptive text about themselves and then the teacher give correction and feedback. Those activities are the formative assessment because they are feedback by the teachers, and then the teachers make a correction or give a correction for the students' work. Your findings can be shown by the interview and reflective journal by the teachers. The teacher one said that I asked the students to make sentences. Then I read the sentences that are written by the students. I gave feedback for the mistakes in their sentences. This is the teacher one. I got the data from the interview. And then the teacher 2 said that I asked my student to make descriptive text about themselves. I gave the students 30 minutes to write their description. Then I monitored their work and gave feedback when I found some mistakes in students' descriptive text. This is from Teacher 2 by Reflective Journal. The second finding is the challenges in implementing formative assessment of writing instruction. This study found that lack of student vocabulary mastery is one of the challenges in implementing formative assessment, especially in writing instruction, because vocabulary mastery is very important to write or to make a sentence. And this study found that lack of students' vocabulary mastery is the most challenges for the teachers to implement formative assessment. This is the evidence with teacher 1 by interview. She said that the obstacles in conducting formative assessment of writing instruction is lack of students' vocabulary. It made students need to find words in dictionary. It made the students need more time to write sentences or a text. This is the second finding about the obstacles or the challenges in formative assessment of writing instruction. That's all my presentation. Thanks for your attention. I hope this research can add our new insight about formative assessment of writing instruction, and the teachers can be use this research to further information to implement formative assessment, especially in writing instruction. Thanks. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.